Okay, so again, when the Jays are in a pennant race and the game's at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, you're thinking it's all going to be good. I mean, it's so hot I had to get the shades on. But these are my shades from Saturday from the Banjo Bowl.
Looking good, looking good.
Thank you. I don't know if Zach Collaros is wearing them, but I maybe we should just start there because O'Shea kind of talked about with Milt. I have Bobby St. Laurent on everybody. So for
Hello, hello,
everyone
Bobby
within
J,
Winnipeg,
Bobby
yes,
J.
I should introduce. I do apologize. Just hop right into it here.
Everyone knows me as Bobby J more than my real last
Bobby
name.
J.
So,
Yeah, right. So I just again, interesting stuff that came out that O'Shea said this week or said today that or last man on the coaches show that Milt should actually watch his comments and
yeah.
it's you know what was kind of your takeaway from that just from Saturday's comments and now O'Shea's comments?
Well, I guess Milt does have a point, but I guess he's a journalist, broadcast journalist. He has to state his opinions, right? Like he
Mm,
can't just not say anything about what happened. But
yeah.
I don't know. They haven't actually announced it's concussion as of right now. It's like what Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. But pretty much we know it's a concussion, but I don't think they've actually come out and said that's what it is. But they do say it was a head injury,
Yeah.
and so. Oh,
Yeah.
one second. What happened?
Yeah. No worries.
We're the Jays are tied. They just tied it up.
The Jays are tied. I think they lead the majors in comeback wins. Again,
Yeah,
we're getting no hit through five, and Justin Bieber there is his brother Shane. I kid.
yeah.
Uh, you were down 5-0 last week to Cincinnati. You come back, and okay, well now you're at home, and now it's way too tight.
Well, what about that Dodger game the other day when there was a guy at the no hitter till 2 outs in the ninth inning and then they lost? That was crazy.
Okay, I missed that one through all the.
So the Dodgers were no hitting them in the last inning with two
Mhm.
outs.
Yeah.
They're winning 3-0, and then with 2 outs, the guy hits a home run, so 3-1. So they put their closer in and they score 3 runs with 2 outs and win the game. Then the closer came to back home because it was an away game, and then when he came back home, he got booed
Oh, I
big.
bet.
And it's first time in history that's ever happened. I guess we're off topic here, but it's sports. We're talking
Hey, no,
anything
no
goes.
problem. We got
Yeah,
live action going on, so
yeah, that was
we
crazy.
can
Like it
talk
was
about the present
better.
as it's happening. We have
Yeah,
every right to talk about the Jays because
yeah,
we're
yeah.
in this pennant race, and then we'd like to think that the Bombers are somewhat in a pennant race, but I was so out of it. I think I got concussed on Saturday because I'm like, oh, they got a bye. Oh, they got Hamilton on Friday. Like nobody's really talking about it.
No, no.
Uh, I here's the deal. If they would have split the series,
I
I
would have more
I
money
would
in my
have been
pocket. I
okay.
bet some Rider fans too. And I lost.
You lost. This dream of Winnipeg playing in their own Grey Cup.
uh,
I think that's kind of dwindling.
sorry. Did they? Is the inning over now? Sorry. Oh, so extra innings now.
Extra
They
innings.
didn't push it. They got the tied up with 1 out, and then they didn't tie it up. So,
Okay. And
or they
then
did tied up, but they didn't win it. So now
right.
extra innings. So
Start the runner at second base. Here we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Pretty wild.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I was hoping they'd at
appreciate the
least get the
updates.
split this year. Eh? Yeah, they're. I don't know, but nobody else is out there doing good except for Calgary and Saskatchewan. So I think they just have to get hot at the right time, and hopefully Colorado's is okay. That's the main thing because as much as I love Strebler, like his character, he's not a CFL quarterback. Oh, it sucks.
Well, I go back to his week one game when they played BC. Like he was flinging the ball, and I've always said that if Collaros has a week to prepare, he's fine. But if you bring him in a case like that, it's like okay, this may not turn out as well as we all think.
Yeah,
Um, it just yeah, it was a tough watch on Saturday, and
yeah.
after Collaros got knocked out, and yeah, it's I don't know. You got Hamilton, Ottawa, Hamilton. Eventually, you got to start winning some games. I've always attested that the Bombers have beat themselves a lot of times here this year
Yeah, for
in
sure.
those
So,
six losses, right? So maybe three of those six they could have turned. But you were at Labor Day though. So your 15th year being at Labor Day. So how was Labor Day for you?
Well, aside from the final score, it was awesome, and it was a good game. They made a big comeback. They showed a lot of heart, and they were so close. And
Hmm.
so I'll tell you a story. So I banter lots with a CFL fan, CFL Facebook fans page. So I made a couple bets on there.
Yeah.
One was the loser had to wear the other's colors, which I had to wear some Rider colors, and we did a little funny video, and I took some pictures. But I also bet another guy. He gave me 2 points. I was going to go straight up with it for $100, right?
Yeah.
So 2 points. And so it would have been 2 point loss and it would have been even, right?
Yeah.
But he throws that pick that goes all the way. It's like, how many times in the history of football has that ever happened in CFL? Maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe in all these years where they've gone for a 2 point convert and they've
Yeah.
returned it for like a 2 pointer. Like, not too
Right.
often.
Yeah, those are few and far between. Again, that's why I only play fantasy football as a rule, and
Yeah.
sometimes I throw my hat in on the week, but
Yeah.
the game's going to be a tie or the spreads and that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but it was fun out there. The fans are always great. Like I wear my King outfit, and I'm friendly. Like I banter,
yeah,
but I never make
right.
it personal. And I have people. I always try and sit in that center field in section 138, and I've done it the last 3 years. And there's these whole bunch of Rider fans that they're there every year, and they call me the Imperial Margarine Man. So I have my crown on, and they were there again this year, so I got a selfie with them, and they were in better spirits this year because they won. So
Yeah,
I talked to them at the end of the game, and they're everyone's just like us. When you win the game, you're in a much better mood, right? It makes it more fun. But it was still fun, even though they lost. And I did Wayne's World. I went to Crave for the first time. There's a club there, like a restaurant, bar, lounge, and
hmm,
the Bombers took it over for the night. And Wade Miller was there, and he was handing out you got a free drink ticket when he walked in, and it was basically like Wayne's World, but in a bar. And
right.
then the next day was Wayne's World, and that was a blast too. And I saw our buddy Neil Ironson there. He was in full force as always. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I mean, he said it was his 25th silver
Yeah, that's
anniversary,
nuts. And
25 years in a row, and yeah, my parents were at the game this week, and my mom goes, some years it just it doesn't work to go, but my kids were like, we should be there. Okay, I'll buy the tickets in May. That we'll be there next year. I'll make that promise to them. That
yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, I always like to get the good seats there. So I bought right at center field, row 9, and last year was row 8, right in the same section. So I
Nice.
like to be dead center field behind the bomber bench. And so
Yeah.
right when they go on sale, I buy them and I'd figure, you know what, if I end up not going, I'll
Right.
just sell them and I can make some money off it. But I've been always going. So
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah, that game doesn't sell as fast as the Banjo Bowl, but
No, not at all. It's weird, eh? Like, but
it is. But it was still a sellout, standing room only, and there was 2,000 fans there more in Regina than there was in Winnipeg. But
yeah, I
they
guess
were
they have some
selling
standing
stand.
room. I think there's that Pilsner section. I've never been to it, but I think that's a standing room area, I think.
Yeah,
And they
yeah,
can
it
just
is.
pack them in there. I guess we could do that at the Rum Hub. They do that, but I guess they only have a certain amount that they do. Like you don't get an assigned seat, but
Right.
they
I'm always amazed how people do. I'm a somewhat claustrophobic. I'm just amazed how people don't. They just kind of cram in there. I have a
I used to
good
always
view.
be in that area, but as I'm getting older, I stay away from there till I'm walking to the park and ride now. I was like, yeah, like I usually go at halftime. I'll go out to that out to the Bomber tailgate now. But this time I was actually with Willie Reevely and he had a sore foot, so we just stayed in our seats because he
Right.
had trouble walking because he had
Oh
a
yeah.
sore foot right now. So we just
Okay.
stayed in our seats and
I see.
it was good,
Yeah.
except for this again the score.
Yes, I go back to the play where Collaros had Dembski wide open. He was cutting, like if he would have caught the ball with the mulligan there, that guy closes faster than an IKEA closet. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
he closed pretty good, right? And that's why he's
yeah,
a good player. And just like, hey, if he gets there, they're 20-3, right?
right, exactly, yeah.
And you just kind of felt. That Claire strolls the pick right before half. There's another 3 points. It's just
Yeah, that kind of might have been a turning point.
culmination of errors, and we hope Zach's going to be okay and everything. But where do you kind
Yeah,
of see the Bombers going from here?
depends on if Zach's available or not. Eh, that's if Zach doesn't come back, I have trouble seeing him barely making the playoffs. If or maybe a crossover, who knows? But nobody else is stepping up either. Like I said, there's two
Yeah,
teams, and the rest they're all mediocre at best. Every one of them, like so, and like now the from top to bottom, like from fourth, I guess from fourth place to ninth. Even if there's only what 2 games separates everybody, and even if you put Hamilton in there, that's only one extra game. So like 3 games separates the whole league, except for basically Calgary and Saskatchewan. So yeah, it's
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Like,
who's going to take the reins and take over in the second half. But the Bombers do have a lot of East teams to play still. So, and they have fought, like they're basically 6-1 against everyone but the top 2 teams in the league. Like they're 0-5 against the top 2 teams, but they're 6-1 against everyone else. Now they're playing everyone else. So hopefully they can continue winning. So
yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. Uh, there's been suggestions maybe the Bombers should trade for a quarterback.
But
Uh,
who can they get? Like who's there? Like who's
yeah.
out there?
Trey Ford, maybe. Trey
I'd love
Ford
to
is
have
supposed
him
to be
because
the guy, but
he's having a reverse season of last year. Last year they wouldn't let him play. They put him and he did good. This year they made him the starter and he didn't go good, and now he's on the bench. So it's
right.
like reverse of last year.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic because if he was starting, everybody would say, "Oh, maybe we should get Cody Fajardo," or um, that sort of thing. You even look at Saskatchewan, you have Jake Myers, they have Tommy Stevens. I'm not saying I want Tommy Stevens. Jake Meyer, he pulled Levi Mitchell out of a job there in Calgary.
Yeah. So
But I've noticed that with your rankings after the weeks that you still keep Winnipeg high up there, and
yeah,
it'll be because there's the margins are so small between
right.
the third and the ninth, right?
Well, I had I had Saskatchewan, Calgary, Hamilton, 1, 2, 3. Then all the rest were four. The
Hmm.
rest of the league, fourth. There's no one else that's really standing out at the moment, eh? And
Yeah.
now Toronto's going to get Kelly back, and then Arbuckle's playing good. Ooh, that could be dangerous. You never know, eh? Like
Do you think they would stick with Arbuckle?
I don't think they're going to, but I think if Kelly's struggling, I think they're going to have a short leash if they know
Mhm.
Arbuckle's hot right now, right? Like at the beginning of the year, he wasn't. He was not good at all, but now he's playing very well. It's like almost how do you pull him? But then Kelly's their superstar. You just can't you can't not put him in. But I think there'd be a short leash, like if he's really rusty, or even do the hybrid, put them both in.
Right.
But
Yeah, because it's almost been 12 months since that injury.
right, so
So again, it's taken all that amount of time, and there's other things in his world that have
yes,
accommodate. He's a polarizing figure. I'm not saying
for
anything
sure,
that
yeah.
isn't new here.
People have said that about me too, though. I'm a very polarizing. You love me or you hate me. So hopefully people love me more than they hate me.
My impression is a lot of people love you.
Yeah.
You got the crown going on. You're in the tailgate area. I was in the tailgate, and then I got to the west side. A million bucks, and where are you? I said I'm on the west side. I'm in the upper deck already. And I guess I didn't stay there long enough. It would have been nice
Yeah.
to see everybody and that sort of thing. But that's what happens when you got the 3 hour tailgate. It's
Yeah,
just
exactly. Oh, well, Deal said he was there at 7:30 in the morning at the soccer tailgating at the soccer fields. Holy! I said, "What's the scoop? Are you there?" Then he's, "I've been there since 7:30." It's like, holy smokes! But
yeah. It's I had to pace myself. I left Steinbach at 9:15, and then my parents and and my son, we got to the stadium 11:40, and my mom celebrates a big birthday this coming Saturday. But I said, before the tailgate opens, there are some other tailgates I'd like to see. It's about 3 or 4 blocks for fucking Chancellor. She's like, how much longer? Once we finally got there, it was good with the armchairs and
yeah. Well,
uh,
my a bunch of my friends they bought 75 tickets, and then they had a tailgate at the way at the back at the river. Like they got the cheapest parking or whatever. So my fiance I was gonna go with her, but I said I don't want to walk that way. So she went to the tailgate. And I went park and ride. I met Willie in St. Norbert. We went from the knob, and then we just met. And I just saw her in the seats after. But it's like, yeah, I'm not walking 25. Well, actually, I originally was going to do it, but then it's like, are you going to party after? I'm probably going to be tired because she's like 17 years younger than me and she loves to
okay.
party, right? So I said, okay, yeah, you go do that, and I'm going to go back and do the park and ride, and I'll see you, and then we'll go to the bar later. So
So you're saying there was a tailgate at the Value Lot?
yes,
Okay, I think I saw that because that's where we were parked. I
yeah,
always
my,
like
my
parking
friends they
there.
do it every year, and I did it
Okay.
one time, and it was like too far to walk for me. I'm 60 years old, like I do enough walking around the stadium. So
See, my parents are 71 and 70, so it's like, hey,
yeah,
and so yeah, a lot of walking on Saturday. I
yeah, for
didn't
sure,
didn't have
got
the
the steps
fitness,
in, eh?
but um, Yeah, it was okay. It was all right. NFL, how did you do cheer for the Vikings? You
Oh
took
yeah, I cheer for the
last time.
Vikings. Yeah.
What do you think of JJ McCarthy's performance yesterday, Michigan product?
Well, the first three quarters, the whole offense sucked, and then all of a sudden he just came alive, and it was like I didn't start tuning in till like it was like halfway through the third quarter, and then they said they weren't moving the ball, so I actually looked at the stats at the end of the third quarter. They only like 90 something yards total offense
Yeah.
going into the fourth quarter, and then they all of a sudden boom, they got all these three touchdowns and they win the game. I wish I would have watched that Buffalo game. Oh my god, I didn't watch it at all. And then my son comes home. I said, "Where were you?" He goes, "Oh, I was watching the Buffalo game." He told me, "Yeah, last play thing." Now I see the highlights. And, oh my god, it was more than just the last play. It was like the last 3 minutes. It was like a CFL game.
Well, it sure was. I got tickets last minute to the exhibition game here in Steinbach between the Pistons and Flyers. And I'm like, well, I really want to watch this game. And I'm seeing it, and I'm like, oh, or Baltimore's way ahead. They're up 27-13. And then, as you say, it was a CFL type of game. I mean,
Yeah.
4 minutes left. Baltimore can't move that ball. The only game in NFL history to end at 41-40,
Oh,
which
really? I did
absolutely
not know that.
nuts.
Wow. That's an interesting stat. Never knew.
Yeah, I mean, this is again, maybe I
But
watched
if
too
anyone
much
would know,
NFL.
you would know. You and Neil Einerson are unbelievable at remembering stuff. Like, how do you remember that stuff? Like, holy
It's
smokes.
it's one of these things. It's associations,
Yeah.
and I've kind of learned it in sales too. And people come in and yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. When Neil starts doing it, I'm like, okay, I kind of feel a bit intimidated. That's a good and that's a compliment, Neil,
Yeah.
if you watch this. But
Now,
um,
speaking of that arena, like I've seen posts by you and your group and that. I'm just
mhm.
going to go out there to watch a game just to check out the arena. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean this Saturday they're playing exhibition and yeah, I encourage anyone.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's
won't be able
it's
to make it this weekend. I run a fall Slopich League in our playoffs this weekend, so
okay.
I'll be busy
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that. So
No worries.
yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go check a game out there. So it looks very impressive.
It definitely is. I mean, it was quite the grand opening. Ralph Kruger was here. Uh, a guy from Steinbach, whose family home was around the new arena. So again, family roots, that sort of thing. Kelly Moore from CJOB was doing interviews. I talked to Greg Mackling at the tailgate. He goes, "Oh, I really wish I could have come out there, but he wants to come out there, come out
That's
here
awesome. Yeah,
and watch." And yeah, it's really taken people by storm. I mean,
yeah.
I talked to Portage Terriers fans. They're like, "My word, Steinbach's booming." And again, being in retail, I see it, but then when you see that, it's like, hey, well, this is all kind of compiling to something. And Steinbach on Saturday, it was a full house of Zach Williams, which my daughter and wife were at. And then the
Well,
next
they
day,
have concerts there and everything, eh?
yeah, and then the next
Yeah.
day there's a hockey game in there. So they've got
Wow,
a
that's
whole crew
good. That's good.
working the whole like it's a good deal.
It's too bad Winnipeg can't have a smaller venue like that, but I guess True North probably has a lock on that and say no way. Because weren't they going to do something similar to that for the ice when they were here?
Yeah,
And
that was always the rumor they were going to build a new arena
like on McGillivray, where
for the
the
Winnipeg
rink is or
Ice, and
something around there. So
yeah,
the Rink Academy, and but I guess it
right.
never obviously didn't develop, and they're gone now. But that would have been cool. But I don't know. I don't know when it's big enough to have that huge arena plus one a mid-sized one like that as well. So
Well, I think, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think that Steinbach here, they built this arena for the MJHL. I think there's something else coming, and it's kind of the worst kept secret. And
oh, 1 second,
that,
did the Jays win? They won. There we go.
all right, so maybe we have a 3 game lead. Boy, we're really impromptu, but I really appreciate the updates. I got
Yeah,
locked. I was always into my app, and then I
that
got.
thing's wicked though, eh? When it shows every strike where it was and ball, like that's
Well, it is,
amazing.
but I used to watch it on my phone, and then I again, my wife knows all the passwords, so I got to talk to her about getting that password. Uh, yes. So with the arena, like I just think as Steinbach is growing, as Winnipeg's growing, like you're talking about the ice. Um, it's just it is a darn shame that
Maybe a dub
WHL
team
hockey.
coming there
Yeah.
eventually.
I
It's
it's been
for travel though. It's hard. It was hard for
right,
the Ice, and it's hard for the Wheat Kings.
right,
So
and you're still, and then you're 45 minutes more, right? When
right.
you
So yeah,
go,
but it would be cool though. I
it would
guess.
be cool. Maybe USHL. Who knows? That's been a rumor in Steinbach for
Why is there other
10
teams
plus
close by
years.
like that from that league? I know there was a team in Chicago because when I saw my son played hockey there, they played in the arena that was the home of the Chicago whatever from the USHL.
Okay,
Yeah, that was
okay,
many when he played high school hockey. He played a tournament there in
I
about
see.
2018. So there was USHL for sure in
Right.
that arena. So, but
Yeah.
Chicago's huge. They can have like a million teams, right? So
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be fascinating to see exactly what's all gonna take place. But again, the arena's a good start for it, and it's nice that they can have it can be a multifaceted
exactly,
facility.
not just the hockey rink. It can be like
They,
concerts. That's wicked. Like
yeah.
maybe there'll be wrestling there too.
You never know. They got an awesome gym. They got a walking track. There's definitely a lot going on, and
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean the players that play here, I think they know how lucky they are. I mean, when I talked to Connor Peranuzzi last year on the show, he goes, "Yeah, I kind of blocked out in the warm-ups." I'm like, "Holy smokes, you're an 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid playing here." It's like when the MJHL commissioner says, "Kind of feels like a Jets game when you when you're in here." And it's like some people have said it's hard to believe you're even in Steinbach.
Yeah.
And I believe it. Because I've had to pinch myself too. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. It's definitely if people think that Steinbach isn't progressive, I mean,
Yeah.
look, wait, we got a Boston Pizza, we got a Chuck's
Oh
Roadhouse,
yeah, yeah. I've
Walmart,
been to Steinbach.
Event
So
Center. It's all happening.
so do when they have their home games there, like do they draw from like St. Anne and LaBroquerie and all that area?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, everyone from the
yeah,
whole area
yeah,
basically converts to there. Yeah, my
yeah.
son played junior B last year, and they had to play LaBroquerie a couple times, so
Mhm.
they had a junior B teams. And
Yeah.
but when he played in the Hanover Taché League for 2 years before that. They played against a Steinbach team, and he was
Okay,
playing for Springfield now.
I
And then he
see.
played for Lundar. Now he's aged out. He just turned 22, so
Yeah.
he's done. But it's amazing how good these athletes are. Like I watch my son play,
Hmm.
and he is my son, and I love him, but he's so good. But that's this level. Then there's this level, this level. It's unbelievable how good these hockey players are. It's unbelievable. Like he was like the lowest level junior, and he was wicked, like it shot and everything. But he's nothing compared to those guys. Like it's like just imagine like with David watching him when he was playing junior. It would have been something ridiculous. Or Bedard, I never got to see Bedard. I
Hmm.
wanted to go see him when he was playing against the ice, but I never got a chance to see him. And that
Yeah.
would have been just so fun to watch, especially when you're up so close. Then they're way faster, eh? When you're right up
Yeah.
against the glass, it's like, whoa, look at those guys go.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're so talented. It's unreal. Like,
It definitely is. I always joked years ago they don't make kids like they used to. I mean, I was meeting some women's basketball players from Providence University today. It's like, you kind of flash back. Yeah, I went there years ago. It's like, well, yeah, and then you're watching them on film there. Like I was in the coach's office, and the plan is to have five of them on the show on Friday morning. So we'll see how that goes.
oh, that'll be cool. If it
But
works out.
I'm just like, yeah, I think it just comes down to um, training regiments, and maybe being more committed.
Oh, for sure.
I don't feel like I was
It's
ever
everything. It's a
committed to
coaching,
this,
everything. It's just
right?
they're just everything is so much better than like all the equipment, their training,
Yeah,
their coaching, everything. It's not just strap your skates on for 6 months of the year. It's a 12 month a year commitment, eh? And
yeah,
if you want to be at that level, right? So
right. Yeah, like my son was in a camp a few weeks ago in Landmark, and yeah, they put him through the paces for that 1 hour. Yeah, he's under 10, but he was, it was diligent, right? But they're
right,
training for that next. So again, I'm not saying anyone's going to the NHL there or whatever, but
yeah,
yeah, and then even Hockey Canada, they've put in these evaluations again to take out the nepotism of it. I guess that would be the idea, but to see where they exactly are, like
yeah.
you know, yeah, 8-year-old getting evaluated, but
Yeah,
that's what it is, right? So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, same with my son. Like, well, he's 22 now, but they would have a tryouts at like 8 years old.
Yeah.
And so, and he actually played the highest level the first couple of years, and he was really small. So once the hitting came, he played the next level up, but he never got to play the highest level. But a couple of his kids got the guys he played with at his age group. They got drafted. There was Carson Lambos. He was on Team Canada.
Oh
I think he's
yeah.
in the minors now.
Right.
And another one, Connor Roulette. He I got drafted in the fourth round by Dallas, but then he's I think he played the East Coast League last year, and then this year he's playing in the University of Saskatchewan. We actually had a ball hockey team years ago, and I was the coach. And my son Caden and Connor were the two best players by far. Like they were like 9 years old, eh? Like every time they got the ball, they'd go through the whole team. But I guess who wanted to be the goalies? Both of them. They were the two goalies. So after a couple of games, like Connor, you're not playing in net no more. Caden, you stay in net. And then he lit it up, and then we lost in the finals to a team. And but yeah, he was good. Like oh my god, like I still got that. I was hoping he would play for Dallas. Like have that picture. I used to coach this kid, eh? But it never developed. But he's a good kid. He's going to get his. He's playing for the University of Saskatchewan Huskies now, and playing
Hmm.
hockey and getting his education. So good for him.
Nice. Yep.
I still wanted him to come to Winnipeg. I'm a nobody. I only coached him at ball. He had a lot of more people that he knew, but I could brag. He wouldn't say I
Right.
know Bobby J, but I'd say I know Connor Roulette. But and if he's watching or his dad's watching, Preston, hello.
That's good. You when you mentioned Dallas there, you were at a playoff game in Dallas this past year, and I look
Yes.
at the calendar now, and October 9th, the Jets pick it up again.
Yeah.
FanFest is September 20th. The Jets Bombers Pro Faith Night is on the 24th, so it's all coming quick.
Yeah. And
Uh,
then the Bombers and Jets play on the 27th, day and night. So
Day and night, yes.
yeah.
And I will be in Regina that day for a wedding, so I am selling
Oh,
my
see.
tickets. But
Okay.
so yes, there's lots. So the Jets have an exhibition game
Yeah. Yeah.
on the night there. Okay,
Yeah, I share seasons, but we don't go. We sell off our preseason games because we don't want to go.
Mhm.
I actually got two sections I'm in, and we draft games. So luckily, I got the home opener, so I'll be there, and a few
Nice,
other games, and I got to
great,
get to see Connor Bedard. I got the Leafs.
right on. It's
I
good.
was last year. I went to what 16 games. They were 13-1-2 until the playoffs. And it was the loss was to the Leafs when they were, I think they were losing like 4-0 in the first period again. It was like, I remember going to a game years ago when they were losing 4-0, and then they came back and tied it, and then Liney scored in overtime. And oh my God, that was one of the loudest times the arena was ever. And they were all chanting, Liney's better. It didn't turn out that way, but that day he was.
What were other some of your other favorite games to go to this past year? Were you at the Game 7 St. Louis Jets game?
No, I was not. I didn't because we draft our games right with my two sets of season tickets. I did not have that game, and I was watching it on my deck. I have a really nice backyard and a deck. So I had a bunch of friends over watching the game, and then when they tied it up, we all went crazy. And then on Facebook, my neighbor lives 7 doors down. She goes, I heard you guys when they tied it up, and oh, I'm so sorry. She goes, no, I turned it off. I thought it was over, so now I watched overtime. Thank you. Yeah, that was amazing that comeback. Holy smokes! But I don't. They confuse me in the playoffs. Like they do good so, and like Hellebuck, he doesn't really let any bad goals, but he doesn't steal any games either in the playoffs, and it's so weird how that happens. It's like
Yeah.
it's unreal. Like it's unexplainable. Like so, hopefully they have a good year this year. I'm predicting they'll still get about 100 points
Okay.
because we lost Ehlers.
Yep.
Hopefully Perfetti moves up that to almost Ealer spot. And then we got a couple new guys. We got Taves for the locker room, and
Hmm.
maybe he'll put up some points. So I'm thinking they'll still be good. So I remember last year at the beginning of the year, the Jets had a great year the year before. They finished fourth overall, and all the TSN panel saying who's going to make the playoffs. Like, oh, we're saying the Jets were going to be terrible. It's like they had the exact same team as before. They lost, I think, Schmidt and one other guy, but they had the exact same team as before the trade deadline. Then they got it to Foley and who else they got? The other guy, but they left
Yeah,
out. They were
yeah.
rentals. But
Sean Monahan.
yeah, yeah. Then they were just rentals, but they were great before they came. And then we went back to that team again, and I said they're still going to be good, and they were better than I ever expected. But I'm thinking they'll still get about 100 points. I'm hoping, and maybe they can start playing better in the playoffs. Yeah, I went to that Dallas game. That was fun though. They were so nice there, eh? That playoff game, and of course, like I see a TV camera. I'm right in there trying to get on TV, and of course, I was on in before the right at the opening credits. I'm Bobby J. Go Jets,
Yes, yes,
go!
yes, you were. Yes, you
Yeah.
were.
Well, my
I
phone blew
was.
up, so I knew I was on. So
Yeah, that was pretty good. And again, it was a loss. That was the game when the goal went off the skate of Hollebuck or something like that.
yeah,
That controversy. And
right, yeah.
how is it watching a game in an opposing rink? Like just mentally. I know I don't do very well. So how was
Well,
Bobby
when we're
J?
winning, like so, I went to Vegas too about a month before that to see them, and the Jets won 4-0.
Hmm.
And that was my fifth Jets game in Vegas, and they were never ever winning a game till that game. Every game I had nothing to like cheer for or anything because they were always losing. And this one they won 4-0. So, but it's nice, and like I do the friendly bantering with the fans and that. But of course, the record is not too good when I go to opposing rinks or stadiums, as in Regina. But it's always fun. Like, and me, I was a wrestler, so I love being the bad guy because I was a bad guy wrestler for many years. So I love people like taunting me taunting back. But again, I don't make it personal, make
Yep.
it fun.
Right.
Like in Regina, when the Bombers are winning, I'll go up to a fan at halftime and I say, I just got here. Who's winning? Do you know the score? And they'll say, shut up. Or if it's all quiet because they're losing, I'll jump up and say, "Is this a funeral football game? I thought you guys are the loudest fans. Make some noise. Come on." And they're all like, shut up. But they're laughing too, Because I'm just joking around,
Right,
But
right, right.
yeah.
No, that's good. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I enjoy going to watch another rinks too. And then
Mhm.
anytime you see someone in our jersey, we're best friends. Everybody's high five. We've never seen them in our lives. Like same with Labor Day. Every Bomber fan, we're all best friends for a
Yes.
day, right?
That's right. Yeah, the all wave. Yeah, it's all one big party.
100%.
I've
Yeah.
experienced that at Wayne's World last year with the kids and that sort of thing. So, yeah, it is definitely a lot of fun. Um, yeah, I tend to agree that the Jets will be good again. I don't think that window's closed.
It's
Uh,
going to start though. I think we got another year or two, and then like all our star players are in their prime, but
yes.
they're over the hump of their prime now. Even though they're still producing great,
Yeah.
it's only time that they're going to start deteriorating. Not I don't know, not being as good. I don't know the exact word. That's deteriorating.
No, because I mean, Shifley's 32,
Right,
and
exactly.
it's
So
just like, hey, well, Hollebuck, he's 93, and like you start doing kind of the math, right? And
yeah,
Perfetti's an 02,
yeah,
so that's an easy one for me to remember. He's a New Year's baby,
yeah.
so
My son was an 03, so I remember. Yeah, yeah.
right. So it's just yeah, again, Windows, etc. If the Jets can win a playoff game on the road, you know what? I
What
think
was up with that
I
this
think
year?
the football
Holy,
heavens would open.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
we'll see.
Well, in other
Just
years they had trouble winning at home too, though. But at least they were winning their home games, except for the one they didn't win, eh? So
well, I'll tell you. As soon as I was at that game one versus Dallas, and as soon as
yeah,
they lost that game, I'm like, now they got to win a game on the road,
and they did not.
and yeah, it's going to be an uphill climb. And you just start, you start playing out all the scenarios of what the Jets have to do, and again, I'm convinced, like if Appleton scores there, they go to
Yep.
and game seven's back here.
Lots of what ifs, eh?
I
Like,
think we
geez.
win now.
Yeah.
Whether we beat Edmonton, okay, well, no one will know, and I
Right.
think
Yeah.
Florida would have kicked everybody. I'm just saying, right? So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, Florida ain't going away.
Yeah. 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 And for a while now, they're going to be good for a couple more years for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then good for Pomo. I always like Paul Maurice, like so it's good for him. And I still every time I think about when he said that he wants the Jets to win, I get tears. Like I literally cried when he said that a couple years ago, that he wants the Jets to win a Stanley Cup, right? And he's still got
Yeah.
deep roots here, And
Well, he did. He brought the cup back. He
yeah,
was the Lake of the Woods, middle of August. I mean, this guy coached in Winnipeg for quite some time. I mean, to the
yeah,
point where he had to like, as a lot of people say, fire himself. But
yeah, he got burnt out, I guess, and just
yeah, and that sort of thing. And again, that was no slap, and yeah, I think a lot of people, Bobby, they had tears in their eyes for sure.
Yeah. It was an amazing moment. Like I've never heard that. Like a team, like he wins his first Stanley Cup, and one of the first things he says is he wants his old team to win. And he said the next one, which is he probably didn't mean it out because he wants his team to keep winning, right? But he
Right.
actually said that I would hope Winnipeg wins the next Stanley Cup. Is what was his exact words. Like,
Yeah.
well, don't you want your team to win? And his team did win again, but yeah,
Right. And now I'll be honest, right? So the President's Trophy winners, they had the whole win round one, round two. You're like, hey, well, or not win round two, but it seemed very favorable, And again, when the playoffs started, you're kind of thinking, okay, well, maybe Maurice was onto something.
yeah,
He saw us percolate.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it's um yeah, and I think too that the Winnipeg Jets fan base is actually rejuvenated.
Yes. I
They're
only fear when we start if we have a few bad seasons because that rink was like most for the first 3 quarters season was not full, and I'm scared that it's not going to happen again. That's going to happen again. Like we had a great season, and it took a long time for people to start showing up at the games. Like not nobody can go to every game. Like I got sets of season tickets, but I got 19 games, and now I will sell off a few because I can't make every game, right?
right,
But it's not like a Bomber game where there's 10 games a year, like tops, and so that
right.
once every couple of weeks. But the Jets, like in March, they have like I think 8 or 9 or 10 games in a row at home. Like who could do that? Like especially you got to
Yeah,
work in the morning or and
right.
then just the money, right? Like although once you want your tickets, like a lot of people say, oh, I don't go because of concessions. Honestly, you don't have to spend a nickel.
No, you
Like all
don't.
you have to do, you eat right before you go in. I can go 3 hours without eating, and I'm not a thin guy. Like, and then they have a water bottle station. So honestly, you don't have to. So that's an excuse people try to use. But to go to 1 or 2 games, if someone's got expendable money, they can do it. But like it's hard to go to 41 games. Like I can't imagine Major League Baseball when they have 81 home games in bigger stadiums too. Like holy smokes! Then
Yep.
some people go to every game. Like how do they do it? Like
Well, this is the irony of it, and again, two thoughts of that. So Jim Lang tells me a few weeks ago, right now for a Jays game on a weekday, it's hard to find a game. Everybody says Toronto's unaffordable, but yet the ballparks are packed. You watch
right.
NFL stadiums you turn CNN on for 5 minutes. Okay, well, the economy's crashing, but all the NFL games are sold out.
Yeah.
How does this make any sense?
Yeah, I know. Hey, like if there's a will, there's a way. That's all I can say.
Yeah, yeah, if it is a priority, and yes, for me personally, I've made football a priority,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then that's what I'm doing. And um, yes, the Bombers said, yeah, you lock in your Grey Cup seats at a discount. I
And I
laughed at
did that this
Willie.
year because
I
I've been
will.
doing flex packs for years. But this year I got the seasons and I got my tickets for the Grey Cup. But
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest. If they don't make it, I'm selling my tickets.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be -20 weather and watching Saskatchewan and Hamilton play and Saskatchewan in our dressing room. No, I'll sell them to a Rider fan and make some money.
And yeah, no, that's a good idea. I had to buy three because if the Bombers were there, I wouldn't be able to choose between the kids.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Willie's post was, yeah, well, Bombers have a great marketing campaign. They get you to lock in for 3 years when you could be hitting a rebuild. So
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But oh well. Then we just go to the games and hope
right,
for next year.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
because
So I
all those
mean,
lean years, how do we manage all those lean years? Like there was some bad years in there, and a few years they did make it to the Grey Cup or whatever, but smoke and mirrors, They didn't win, So, but there'll still be that's another thing. Bombers are selling out now, but will they keep selling out? I don't know. Like, do you ever go by that rum hut? How many young kids are there? And they're just partying. They're honestly, I can't believe how many people aren't watching the game. They're
yeah,
just partying.
yeah.
Actually, when I bring some friends, they're not really that football fans. The same thing. They're just partying, and I'm sitting there glued to every play. And but there's a lot of fans that just go because of the party. So maybe even if they're not good, they won't care because they're just there to
Yeah,
they pay the cover charge to go
the
party.
cover charge to get in, create
Yeah,
that culture,
yeah.
etc.
Because it is an amazing atmosphere. It's so fun, so fun.
Yeah, it's better than and it's taken a while to get to that point. It wasn't just
Right. Yeah.
overnight. 2013, when they moved in, they won one home game, and
Right.
that was the Banjo Bowl, right? So it's just keep building to this point, and yeah, Grey Cups help, and I was kind of not that anyone really cares, but I was kind of behoning the fact that maybe they should have a few more here. Um,
Yeah.
what's done is done, but
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
uh,
In my Facebook memories, I think it was in 2013 when in my memories it said that I posted they were losing 12-10 at the half, but they had zero first downs. I said, has that ever happened? Like, how do you get zero first downs and be down by two and have 10 points? I don't, because I don't remember the game now, but it was not my Facebook memories. So they must have had a pick six or something, like,
right,
obviously.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that was crazy. Or they had one play and it's a touchdown, so you don't get a first down for that. So, but they had zero first downs. It was like 12-10. And I think, did they win that game? I think they might have won. That might have been the game they actually won. I'm not sure. That was a year that they were really, really not good, like terrible.
Yeah, I mean I know where I was for the Banjo Bowl in 2013. I was in Minneapolis watching the Jays, so
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and check the
Right.
box.
Yeah. It was in my memories like in the last couple of days because Banjo Bowl's always
Oh,
whatever.
okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
But
That
yeah,
could
so
that could be that most likely
maybe
would be
that's
correct.
probably why you don't remember. You weren't there.
I wasn't there. If I'm
If
there, I
you were
don't
there, you would have
remember.
told me who got the first down and how many yards they got. Uh,
It is kind of this knack that
yeah.
I've, as I said previous, that I've had. Even the other day, I'm like, oh, September 8th. Okay, when did the Bombers play? So yeah, I remember the Bombers playing at the stadium in 2000. So I can't believe that game was 25 years ago. And I
Wow.
remember going through it all, and then I was going to Providence at the time. We went on a boat cruise after, and I was like so mad about the loss. It like took me a half hour to get back in a good mood. Right? It's just
Yeah. I get
um,
grumpy too.
yeah, it's kind of one of these things, and you just you know, again, losses are losses, and I'll always say I'll never get over the '01 Grey Cup, but
Yeah.
it's
You will.
yeah, I think so. Over time,
It's just too bad that they're not that good this year because you know what? If there wasn't COVID, our Grey Cup might have been last year because they had let Hamilton have it again, right?
right?
Was it Hamilton who got it twice because of the COVID year?
Yeah, the COVID restrictions, right? So they
So
had
maybe that would have pushed us
2021,
up another year. And
right?
who knows? The Bombers won before and after COVID. They might have won that one in between too. You never know because they had a good team. Like we'll never know. We'll never
Well,
know.
I
But
know, and these are the
bunch of
things
what
that
ifs. But
my 21-year-old self would keep me up, but at 46, we'll just worry about the Jays winning the American League East. But
yeah, yeah. But if the Bombers do win, I will be there because I've only gone to two Grey Cups in my life, including the ones in Winnipeg. I went to Hamilton and Calgary when the Bombers won their two games.
Mhm.
They're two Grey Cups, and I haven't gone to the last three, and they've lost them all. So I was supposed to
Okay,
go last year, then life got in the way, and I ended up not going.
right.
And they lost. So maybe if I was there, who knows? No, if Claras when they got hurt again, we probably would have won that game too. Like Jesus.
Yeah, it's but people are kind of down here, so I'll just kind of give the glass half full
Yeah,
analogy here. Like in 2019, they were 7-2. Nichols gets hurt, sky's falling. They acquire Zach Collaros. He gets hammered in that game versus Calgary. But I'm like, oh boy, they just got him. He's gonna go with concussion. They'll end up winning that game, win those two road games, and then win the Grey Cup. Like,
yeah,
and it was looking good. And they were 7-2, finished 11-7. As you say, no one is really head and above shoulders. I think the Riders are completely beatable. I think the Stamps are completely beatable.
yeah,
Nobody is good,
yeah.
right?
Someone's got to step up and take the reins and
Yeah.
take the bull by the horns and go on a streak here. But I don't think it's the Bombers, unfortunately. But I pray it is. But I just ah
Well, if you look back, right, '06 we hosted the Grey Cup. They were 9-9. 2015 they were abysmal. I think they were what 7-11 or something like what they weren't even in the picture, right? Like
yeah,
won the Grey Cup here. So again, yeah, things are, from a business perspective, the Bombers are, hey, the Grey Cup's almost sold out. We're doing the Manitoba Social. We got Brad Paisley coming.
yeah.
Uh, to Manitoba. So there is a lot of good things happening. But you just wish the team would and I would come along for the ride. And it's not like I don't think they're not trying,
Yeah.
right? So
Oh yeah, they're just it's professional football. Like it's such a fine line between being good and not being good, right? Like play here, play there.
mhm.
Receivers misses his route, whatever, or
Yeah,
lineman misses his play, and the quarterback gets sacked or injured and pulled out of the game. But yeah, it's just a fine line. Like those athletes are so amazing. Like
yes.
even like they say NFL is way better than CFL, but those CFL guys are great too. They're amazing. Like
Well, I mean, Chad Johnson, he posted this years ago now that yeah, there isn't much of a difference between the CFL and the NFL.
yeah, just a
I mean,
fine line and
it is
and intangibles and a consistent. I think consistency is more of a thing in NFL, right? Like
right.
any CFL player, not any, but a lot of CFL players can go down there and look good in spurts, but to in and out every play, game in, game out, it's just consistency, right?
Right. I mean, Ontario Wilson's back now. He signed a 2-year contract, and
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
he had one catch for 12 yards.
yeah,
Okay, well, now you're
for
done.
touchdown.
That,
Yeah,
right. That's what they think, right? Stripler had a great preseason, but you know who's ultimately there? Years ago, Arlen Bruce went down to the 49ers and he was the fifth receiver. I mean,
yeah,
just, I mean, he tore it up in the CFL.
yep,
With the likes of a G. Roy Simon and the Milts and that sort of thing. And yeah, it is as you say, the fine line, the margins.
yeah. But for the most part, I'd say it's a consistency.
Yeah.
Like I said, anybody in this, most guys they can look great for like even remember when Rourke had that one really good game he made all in preseason a couple of years ago, Nathan Rourke, and he had all these plays, or even Strevler. One time he had a great game and they were all chanting his name and player of the game and in the preseason, but then I still remember when he had to start a game and then he threw this bad duck ball and then what's his name, Boomer Sires, he goes, "This isn't the Canadian Football League. You can't do that." And I
Yes.
tweeted, was like, he was not a starter. He was not even a backup. He was
Yeah.
our third stringer he was second string. And when our quarterback got hurt, they traded for somebody else because he couldn't cut it as a starter here. He was a
Right.
runner, and they're, oh, you can't. Like he was like saying the CFL's crap, basically, right on live TV. He's like, so
Hmm.
I he probably didn't even read what I tweeted him, but I gave him my 2 cents.
No, that I remember making that headlines. I think they were playing San Fran at the time, and
I'm not sure who they were, but it was
yeah,
a
and yeah, he threw the touchdown pass, and there, yeah, but then yeah, it was this dig. Now again, Boomer Esiason, or not Boomer Esiason, but Chris Berman, he loves the CFL. I would love to
yeah,
hear his comment on that. But as we have realized in recent weeks, um, guys like that, Luke Wilson from TSN. I mean, they have people talking.
yeah, yeah. He's pretty out there, but that's what they probably want, eh? So
Well, and I say it's by design.
yeah, I'd say so too. Yeah,
It's and that's why we're talking about it. I don't maybe not necessarily agree with everything, but we're that's why we're talking. And yeah, he's kind of that way with his NFL stuff. But he said last week at 4-8, I think the Argos are Grey Cup contenders. And it's like, whoa, okay, that's gonna wake me up at 11 o'clock at night, just
yeah. But he might be right though. Only time will tell, right? Like
well, if you think about it, right, like if the Bombers don't have any special teams on August 1st here, they win that game, right? So then that puts them at what? 5-7. Just saying, right? Like,
But then if they didn't give up that last second field goal to Calgary, well, so they could be 7-5, right? It's such a fine line between winning
yeah,
and losing. Like I said, it's just
yeah,
such a fine line. Like
yeah.
Calgary killed them twice, but that other game they had a 17 zip lead, and they actually Castillo had about that 63 yarder with a minute and one left to take the lead. Oh, it's not
Mhm.
safe because they came down and last play.
Well,
You know,
he had so much adrenaline, he kicked it right to the end zone, and like, just kick it at the 10-yard line. Like, I think the
yeah,
Bombers will be fine, right? So,
yeah,
um, Yeah, it's been a very unique and challenging season, and
Yeah.
I can't believe there's only three more home games left. But
Yeah, that's crazy, eh? Yeah.
that's kind of how it goes. But
Yeah, and the next one's already sold out like for a month.
mhm.
That's pretty good. But I think they're doing an Aboriginal thing, yellow orange shirt day. So I think probably a lot of the reserves bought up those tickets because I was saying, why is it sold out so far in advance? Like Hamilton on a Saturday afternoon when it's going to be cold out. Like, but no, they
Yeah.
sold out. That's good. But then now I'm worried though if they lose a couple in a row, I think all those walk up numbers might not be there for the last couple of games. But you never know. Like,
Yeah, I mean the riders will be back here on the 17th, and
yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people are going to send Thanksgiving cards, Christmas cards to Micah Johnson, possibly.
yeah,
Maybe send them a Tempur-Pedic pillow or something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm referring to. Uh, I don't know if you saw the clip
Which one?
when Caleres was on the field. Uh,
Oh, and the guy was going like this.
yeah,
Oh, that was terrible. Oh,
yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm saying these things all tongue in cheek, but
yeah,
yeah, that should be a very interesting rematch. I would highly suggest and anticipate.
yeah. That'll be heated for sure. Like, at
Hmm.
least no Rider fans were giving the finger when he was hurt. Like the last year, when I remember that picture went viral, the girl when Big Hill got hurt, and then
Yes.
everyone was like doing the clap or whatever, and she's like finger like up, and then
Right.
I made a meme about it myself. So
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was in the end zone with my kids, but I did see
so
it on social media after.
yeah,
It's
yeah, it was
just,
terrible, terrible. But oh well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's not a reflection of the Rider fans that I see, though. They're so nice. Like they're amazing. And you went too, and I'm sure you were treated well too when you were there.
very, very nice.
Yeah,
But I can't help. It was probably my best Labor Day experience
awesome.
that I've had. Although 2015 we were there for a family gathering, so all sitting as a family
Yeah,
at Taylor Field. But in 2024, I mean, it was, yeah, a lot of Rider fans around me there, and just very welcoming. So
yeah, that's cool.
yeah, overall they're gems. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
good.
And it's funny because you go on those CFL Facebook pages, and there are people. Yes, they want to murder each other, but that's a lot of people are keyboard warriors, right? It's like that's not the way the real experience is. And I've
No,
actually gone in there and said that a few times. That you know what, the Rider fans are so nice. I actually made a job. I said the fans were treated me so good. I think none of you people from the Rider fans weren't at that game because those people were nice, which was true. Like,
yeah, it's as I've learned, you can say anything online, but how are you going to talk to me in person? That's always the main thing. So
exactly, yeah.
that's why I
A lot
have
of
it.
people are got a lot bigger muscles and a bigger chest puffed out when they're behind a computer, right? And then when you see them in person, right? So
Yeah, I got to ask you how you do that.
do what?
You do the whole thing in the tailgate,
What do you mean?
and then you turn into this bodybuilder.
Oh, that's years of training. I'm telling you. I worked out hard for many years. I got that 6 pack going. That was
Nice.
cool when I made that on AI. It just looks so cool.
Yeah, yeah. I kid a bit, but
Uh,
oh, that's good. Right on.
so, can I talk to you about something like a cheap plug about my sponge hockey league?
Sure, go right ahead.
Have you ever played sponge hockey?
I have not.
Have you ever seen it?
I have not.
Okay, so sponge hockey, you play on outdoor ice, no matter how cold it is. They Zamboni the rinks, and then you go out there and play with special shoes so you can run on ice. And the puck is made of sponge, and you wear a helmet, and the goalies wear full equipment. And it's super, super fun. Our problem is now is nobody new is trying it out because all the kids are on their phones, and or if they played ice hockey, they've never played outdoors, so they always say, "Oh, we're not going to play because it's too cold." But anybody who tries it loves it, and it's just an amazing sport. And I've been running it since 1999.
Nice.
I peaked at 192 teams one year. Like it was huge, and now it's kind of dying out a bit, but it's still a good sport. And if anyone wants to try it out, what I'll do is I'll send you a video, after we get off on my
Yeah,
TikTok of what it looks like, and it's
for sure.
a lot of fun. It's really well organized, and well, sorry, I organize it myself, but but it's like you play in full size hockey rinks, and the Zamboni. Our enemy though, like we will play when it's 50 below, but
Hmm.
when it's snowing, we basically have to play unless it's a blizzard. So those Zamboni between games and stuff. But it's like it's slippery as heck whenever there's a bit of snow on it. But if they freshly Zamboni that rink, like they put water down and everything, you can run like the wind out there. I
Nice.
couldn't. I walked, but but if someone knew how to run, they could run like the wind. And it's so fun. And we have like co-ed, men's, and women's. KildoninSports.com. If you're interested, send me an email.
Hmm.
That's my cheap plug. Thank you.
Hey, that's all good. Zach Schnitzer was on here the other day. He was plugging Bonfire Sports. So
Yeah, perfect.
I
Yeah,
mean, look, it's I always say post-COVID or whether it was post-COVID or not, physical activity, getting kids outside. Today I was at the park with my son. Getting them involved and getting kids active should be highly important.
for sure. Yeah, like
So that's key. You're doing a good job there, Bob.
yeah, well, what I don't know how I could tap into the kids like for my sponge hockey. Like I don't know if I can go to the schools and hand out flyers if they allow that. Like because at high school hockey for girls and guys, they play during the week after school. But we
Mhm.
have weekend spongy where they go play on the weekends. But maybe the coaches don't want them to get hurt. I don't know. And if I'm even allowed to, like that's probably my project for next weekend because my fall league I run slow pitch as well, and our fall league is wrapping up this weekend. We have our last regular season games on Thursday, then we do our playoffs. Then I'm on holidays, so maybe I'm going to go market those schools and say, hey,
Yeah.
let's get some kids out there and try it out. Like, and it's not expensive compared to ice hockey because I rent outdoor rinks for a fraction of
Yeah.
what indoor rinks cost. So
Right.
so people can play a whole winter for $100 a player. Like that's cheap. Like
Nice.
like cheap. Like so yeah, so I want to try and market that. Maybe because everybody watches you and your podcast, maybe I'm gonna get some new teams just from that.
Well, I mean, our last show it was like 11,000 views. So it's you know
Well, I'll be working on sharing and letting the whole world know that I'm on. So we'll try and break that record this time.
yeah, that's always the goal, right? So
Yes, yeah.
and getting that word out, it's one of those things. And
Yeah. And I know I appreciate you for what you do with your
thank
with
you.
your group, and I'm sure many people do. Is your group? It's growing and growing, and you run a great group there, and
Thank you.
lots of interesting stuff. And even though you're a Chiefs fan, that's okay. No. Actually,
I
I
do have
love
a
the
Vi- a
Chiefs until
Viking,
they got good. Everyone likes to see the rise, and then once they become so dominant, then people start hating on them, right? So,
right? And that's how I felt
except
about
for
the
their true
Patriots.
fans, right?
Right. And that's how I felt about the Patriots in Super Bowl 36.
Yeah,
When they won, they beat the Rams. They finally beat the Rams. And then, okay, now you're winning too much. But the Chiefs, I've been a Chiefs fan since I was 15 years old.
yeah.
I can honestly say that.
Yeah, my one of my son's best friends, him and his whole family love the Chiefs, and they go down to the games, they
Nice.
tailgate, and they just love them. And I have a few other friends that are big Chiefs fans too. And me, yeah, I'm a Vikings fan just because I'm a homer kind of guy. They're close to home, and
Right.
yeah, and hopefully McCarthy, like I said, like he had a rough first 3 quarters, but he even didn't really tear it up that much in the fourth quarter. But he's young, like who knows? Like
Well, he gets that war paint on, and
yeah,
holy cow, dude. Like you were like 10 of 23 for 143 yards, and like,
yeah.
all the
But he
tough
won. That's the main
shoulder.
thing. He learned how to win that fourth quarter, right?
He
But
did.
but his
Right.
stats didn't show that.
No.
But he did a lot better than he did in the first 3 quarters. That's for sure.
Right. And at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson lost and JJ McCarthy won.
Yeah,
So,
it
and
was
Caleb
a good day.
and Caleb Williams is still a work in progress.
Right? Yeah.
And I
And
think
he
it
was
will be
doing okay
better
at the
than him.
beginning, and then he just went
Right.
nothing. Eh?
Yeah,
Like,
he looked good. And then he just like, well, I'm at USC. I'm going to take my ball and go home with it. But,
yeah,
well, yeah, it's that's the thing with football, NFL. There's always storylines, and it's just so fascinating. It's great.
yeah.
Good.
Sports is what makes the world go round. No matter what sport you like, I like pretty much every sport, and
Hmm.
well, NHL and CFL are my big thing for sure. But I follow the NFL.
Hmm.
I was on the Raptors bandwagon that year they won for the NBA, but I'm not. I know all the stars, and I know who the good teams are. I know who some of the worst teams are in every league, but NHL and CFL are my go tos for
Yep.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said too, you gotta. you know, if you have a good spread, and there's only so much time in the day, so if you can focus on a couple, you know,
Yeah.
all the rest falls into place. It's good. Right on. Well, this has been awesome, Bobby. Again, love having you on. Insights. You've been at Labor Day,
Yeah,
Grey Cup,
we'll
so
have to do it
that's
again. I'm
exciting.
sorry. I know we're going to do something in the summer there, but I'm just so busy with my slow pitch, and I kind of bailed on you at the last second. So I'm sorry.
Hey, no worries. That's why I always say there's always next time, and
Yeah.
we can always plan again.
And there
And
will be a next time.
yes,
That's
uh,
a quote from Def Leppard. They say that every time that Def Leppard plays at a concert. They say, "We'll see you next time," and there will be a next
yeah,
time. Everyone
that's
starts
right.
cheering,
I
and
have heard that.
that's the last
Yeah,
thing
yeah, it's good.
they always say it. Like I've seen them all over. I've seen them in Minneapolis. I've seen them in Fargo. Seen them in Winnipeg a few times. They're one of my favorite bands, and
Oh yeah.
they always say, "Don't forget about us, and we won't forget about you.
So
There
they
will
said
be a
that
next
in
time."
July. They said that in July at
Oh
Prince
yeah,
George
oh
Stadium.
yeah. I actually was with my fiance, and my friend actually moved us to the pit. We had like actually got free tickets in the nosebleeds or whatever. But then my friend was working security, and she got me into the pit for the. But we could have got down earlier. Said no, just wait till Def Leppard. I want to stand the whole time. Then, and
Right.
I told right when they were finishing up, I said to my fiance, "They're going to say this," and they did.
That's good. Sorry for yawning here. I'm not sure. It's only 10
Oh
o'clock.
no, I'm actually I never had my nap today. I'm 60 years old. And I need my afternoon naps. I
Yeah,
didn't get it today, but that's okay. I was too fired up for being on tonight.
it's good. Right
uh,
on. Oh, I love it. It's good. I like that you were excited to come on. It's
of
good.
course,
It
yeah,
does give me a boost here. And I was supposed to have a show last night, but with my buddy Shay, but things kind of fell through there. So
yeah, yeah.
um,
You'll get on.
it's good to have you on and connect. And
Yeah,
again, love what you're doing there, which just with the fan camaraderie. Because at the end of the day, it's just sports, right? If we can build
hundred
community
percent.
relationships, like that's what everybody wants. We want community relationships. Uh, it's that's the key.
Yeah, we're all sports fans, and we have our favorite teams, but we're all human beings, and we're sports fans. Like
That's
you,
right.
just because I cheer for Winnipeg and someone cheers for the Riders, it doesn't make them any less of a person.
No, no,
Well,
not at
maybe. No,
all.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Rider fans, most of you.
Yes, yeah, most definitely. And the plan is to join you Labor Day in 2026.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That's
Yeah.
my commitment to you, Bobby.
And no, and my commitment to you is I'm going to actually find you at a game and we're going to take a picture together.
Yes,
Because I've only
let's.
seen you once and waving and passing, and you waved to me, and
I
hey,
know. And then we were we got up to the tailgate. Like I did see you from afar on the August 1st game, but then okay with my kids at the mechanical bowl and
yeah, but you will
so
definitely have to hook up for a picture for sure.
yeah, most definitely we'll get that done and we'll take it from there. But you have a good night there, Bobby, and
You too, and thank you so much. And everybody, keep tuning in and add your friends. Let's make this group bigger and better. It's already better. Just make it bigger.
bigger. Yes, let's
Yes,
get to 1,000.
yeah, we can do it.
Alrighty,
And
good
I'll
deal.
share this, and I'll let the whole world know I was on here. Trust me, the
Okay,
minute you post it, it's going to be all over social media.
sounds good, Bobby.
Okay, take
Okay,
care, eh?
take care. Yeah, God bless.
Yeah, you too. Bye bye.
Bye.